YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about head coach Ron Rivera. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. And let's get straight into today's video. So, the question that we're going to talk about with Ron Rivera is what to expect with head coach Ron Rivera in his first year as the Washington Redskins head coach. Because, you know, some people might make the expectations a little low for Coach Ron Rivera, or some Redskins fans might make the expectations for head coach Ron Rivera a little high. So I'm here to, you know, give my opinion on what to expect from Ron Rivera in year one as the Washington Redskins head coach. So, what to expect? I know a lot of people have the bar set low for head coach Ron Rivera just because the talent around him, he has to rebuild, and we know he's the perfect man to rebuild the team. But a lot of people feel as though that the expectations for the Washington Redskins are going to be the same as last year, going 3-13, 4-12 again because of the new regime. Now last year they had us going 3-13 just because of the talent and how the culture was last year. But this year they have us. Some people have us going 3-13, 4-12 just because it's Ron Rivera's first year with the team, and he has to rebuild the regime and culture in Redskins Park. And he did say himself that it takes 3 to 5 years to rebuild a culture. Now, did he say it takes 3 to 5 years to win games? No, he didn't. He just said it takes 3 to 5 years to rebuild a culture. So what to expect from head coach Ron Rivera, in my opinion, is we're gonna get a guy that's gonna, you know, get the best out of his players. You know, we're gonna get a guy that's gonna, you know, fight for his players, have players willing to run through a wall for him. And you're just going to get a guy that's going to help lead this team in the right direction. And he hasn't even coached us down in Redskins football yet. And I can just see the difference in the team from the on-field of our players working out by themselves, from the Zoom meetings, from even the social media post that the Redskins page does. It's just a whole, it's a breath of fresh air, just a... You know, we haven't been able to just do that in a while. And with Coach Ron Rivera being here and just, you know, haven't even coached a snap of football yet for the Washington Redskins, and you can just see the change already. It's just great. So my expectations for Ron Rivera is just to... So in 2020, I feel as though that this year is going to be a trial run for the Washington Redskins, or maybe even making the playoffs. I feel as though this team has the talent as far as on the defensive side of things, and you know, some on the offense too, to possibly have a shot at making the wild card, especially with the new three teams. And you know how the new playoff format is. Instead of being, I think it was 6 or something like that, it's now 8, or I think no, I think it was 6. Now it's 7. I think that's how it is. Don't quote me. I think it was 12. Now it's 14 or something like that. But you guys know the new playoff format, and it makes it easier for teams to, you know, that was like 9-7, 8-8, get a chance into making it to the playoffs. So that boosts the Washington Redskins' chances of making the playoffs even more under the new regime of Ron Rivera. Now, with everything going on in the world, I know that new head coaches such as Ron Rivera, Mike McCarthy, Joe Judge, they all had an advantage of getting to start training camp and OTAs, mini camps all early, and now they have that taken away due to the pandemic going on. It's going to be a little tough to get things rolling, but I feel as though the expectations for Ron Rivera, for especially Redskins fans, because we're known to set the bar too high for our new head coach like Mike Shanahan and such Jay Gruden. We expect them to come in here and make an immediate impact. And I'm telling you guys, as Washington Redskins fans, although it's going to hurt to have a painful season, hopefully I'm praying that it's not, and I'm praying that it's a winning season. But if it is, you know, knock on wood here, that if it is a painful season, we have to, you know, sit through it. We have to sit through it. 5-year contract for Ron Rivera, and I promise you, this first year it might be a trial run, but I guarantee you after that we will be Super Bowl contenders from years 2021 to 2025, as long as we have Ron Rivera here. But all I'm saying is, if 2020 is a bad year, don't give up on them, because Redskins fans are known to throw players or coaches under the bus even after 1 year. I mean, come on now. Do you think the Saints threw Sean Payton under the bus after 1 year? And I'm just throwing, you know, names out there But teams like the Redskins are known just to, give up on a coach after 1 year, especially under the Dan Snyder era. Marty Schottenheimer, for an example, came in. We started off 0-5. Only coach in history to, I think, win 5 games, to be 5-5, and then ended that season 8-8. And then what happened? Dan Snyder fired him. So it's just like, as a franchise, we're known to give up on coaches after 1 year. And I'm just saying, although we didn't give up on Jay Gruden after 1 year, or even Mike Shanahan, I'm just saying, stick through it. I don't want people to turn on Coach Ron Rivera if things doesn't go right off the jump, because you have to feel for the guy that he has to, rebuild this whole team from top to bottom back to a winning culture, how it was in the late 70s, early 80s, into some parts of the 90s. It comes not overnight, guys. It doesn't come overnight, and that's what people got to realize, that building a whole franchise over is not going to come overnight. And Ron Rivera has to rebuild the team, guys, rebuild the coaching staff to believe in the players and lead the players in the right direction. So with that being said, the expectations for Ron Rivera shouldn't be high at all in 2020. In my opinion, I'm expecting to at least win 5 games. 5 to 7 games would be good in a step direction, because if you already win in 5 to 7 games, you're already winning over half of the games that you won last year in 2020 or 2019-2020 season. So with that, and we go 7-9, 6-10. I'm happy with that. Now we can build off that and go into 2021 with a chance to win a Super Bowl, and then even have a top pick. Not top 3, top 5, or whatever, but like top 15, top 10 pick around there somewhere. And then we can bring in another piece, maybe an offensive lineman, maybe a tight end. It depends how the season goes. But my expectations for Ron Rivera is not high at all. I don't think that Ron Rivera deserves to be, trashed on if the season doesn't go as bad. Now, I can say I do have faith in us being able to have a 1-year turnaround. Because Ron Rivera did say in his opening press conference as a Washington Redskin, he said that he doesn't envision this being a long turnaround for the Washington Redskins. So, hey, I'm all for a 1-year turnaround. I hope we do it. If we do it, I really would be happy. And I feel as though that we have the talent, with the front 7 being as dominant as it is and is talked about as it is, we should, really have a possibility at a 1-year turnaround. Chase Young is expected to come in here and do big things. Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, John Allen, the list goes on. It feels like we talk about them every day. But with Ron Rivera expectations, I feel as though that it shouldn't be as high as a lot of Redskins fans normally do our head coaches, because like I said, he has to rebuild his whole team. He has to, especially with this pandemic going on, he can't even see his players. And like he said with the Panthers, he didn't even see his players his first year coaching as the Panthers. He didn't even see his players the first time until training camp. So, it takes time for a team to rebuild a messed up franchise that was poorly ran for 10 years, plus even people can say 2 decades rather, but 10 years really under the Bruce Allen era. It takes time to rebuild a franchise back to winning. So with that being said, please guys, I'm asking you to not expect Ron Rivera to come out here winning 13 games, winning 12 games, possibly even 11 games is probably too much for Ron Rivera in year 1. I'm telling you guys, I would take 7 to 9 wins, maybe even 6, to move in the direction that we want him to. Now, if he wins 2-3 games, then you could possibly say, well, is he the right man for the job? But even if that does happen, don't do that, because it's year 1. At least give the guy to 3 years, and then if he doesn't do good in the first 3 years, then cut him or fire him rather, because it shows that he can't coach anymore, obviously. But I'm saying Ron Rivera is one of the best coaches I've ever seen coach the game. He has the competitiveness, he has the military background, so he doesn't take BS. He's going to get the best out of your players. And I feel as though that the Washington Redskins is in good hands with this pick or this hire. So my expectations, like I said once again, for the Washington Redskins and Ron Rivera in year 1 is not that high, and neither should yours be that high either, because you have to give him time to rebuild this franchise. Like I said, 7-9, 6-10 will be perfectly fine with me. We build off that into 2021, and then we have a decent draft pick too, so we should be in good hands. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington Redskins. Once again, Ron Rivera expectations for 2020 should not be high at all. Now, I'm all for turning around a franchise in 1 year. Hey, I'm all for it. Of course, I want to see my team win, but I'm not going into the season 2020 with a high expectation. So expect the worst and hope for the best. So that's my mindset going into 2020. As always, me boy one guy. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL. Or in this case, our Washington Redskins. What is your expectations for Ron Rivera heading into 2020? I gave you mine, and the floor is yours. Once again, hope for the best, expect the worst. As always, me boy one Gotti. Peace.